What is going on, Cheesepuffs? Your pal Cheeto here, and welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another episode of Chillen with Cheeto. I hope you guys got your favorite snacks. Maybe a ham and cheese sandwich, or maybe just a cheese sandwich, or maybe you got a Gatorade or a Pepsi. Whatever you have lying right in front of you, just sit back and relax because we're going to chill for a bit. In this episode, I decided to do my top 10 PlayStation 2 games. They are from my childhood. I played them almost every day, and they made me the gamer I am today. So before we start, make sure you take this thumb to hit that like button. Also share with a friend. Let's try 5. And also to subscribe for more cheetoriffic content. So without further ado, let's review my childhood. We are pressing that play button. Here we go. Alrighty, Cheesepuffs. So number 10 on our list is Shrek Super Slam. This is the first ever DreamWorks game I've ever played. I love this game. I played it all the times as a kid. If it wasn't a first-person shooter, it was most likely this game. I remember playing with my friends and my sister, and even friends of family friends would come over and we'd play this game for hours. This game was so much fun. I also like the humor, especially Shrek when he had a special, like he farted, and it was good. And like Pinocchio, he had his long nose, and he would just start spearing people. It is pretty good. I played this all the time, and I definitely recommend it. It's kind of right next to Mario Party, in my opinion. But yeah, Shrek Super Slam. Go Shrek. Best movie ever. Number 9 is one of my favorite hunting games. It is Cabela's Outdoor Adventures. Now this was one of the first hunting games that I played that I was memorized. I mean like I played like Deer Hunter 1, Deer Hunter 2 on the computer. I played like other Cabela games, but this one really stood out. They had almost every weapon. Like, and I think every fishing pole. I don't know if you were able to do fishing poles, but I remember literally just going after the monster bucks. It's just awesome. And for me, it was my first time I ever had a health bar, and you had to eat, drink, and sleep just to continue with your adventure. And there would always be like cougars, and bears just coming up to you. You gotta be really careful. But yeah, if I had to pick a hunting game for the PS2, it would be Cabela's Outdoor Adventures. Now, I think I mentioned this in one of my N64 memories, but if I did not, it's time to shine. It's Medal of Honor European Assault. Now this is one of the first memories of Medal of Honor that I can really remember. I remember getting ready to play this game before I go to school, and at the time I didn't have a memory card, so I would always play the same level over and over and over, and as I kept playing those levels over and over and over, I got better at it. And then when I got the memory card, I was able to progress and see more of the game. But yeah, Medal of Honor, and it was cool because even if you died, if you had revives, that was great too. And protecting your allies, even the allies had their own health bar, so you had to watch out for their backs too. But yeah, this is a really good game. Medal of Honor European Assault. Now I know everybody has this, and it's a collection, and if they don't, I'm sorry, but this was one of the games that I got bundled with the PS2. It's Tony Hawk Pro Skater 3. The thing I liked about the game was not only being an actual skateboarder, but it was the tracks. I remember this game had I think it had the Ramones. I might be wrong, or maybe it is number 2. But I played this game every day, and especially my cousin, the Big Cheese, when he would come over and play, we would play this all the time. And it's just the soundtracks. The soundtrack. I can't think of any artist at the moment, any band, but when I hear them, I'm ready to rock out and do some cool tricks on my skateboard. So yeah, I always play as Tony Hawk. Just saying. Tony Hawk Pro Skater 3. Alrighty, so now the next game on our list, I'm pretty sure everybody's top 10 had this game, and I'm glad that it's one of my favorites, and it's called Spider-Man 2. I used to play this game all the time. I try to be like the speedrun records. I try to do. I basically beat the story, and I just wanted to keep playing. I remember doing like all the hint markers just to see what the guy like if he had anything fun to say, and if he did, it would always crack me up. I remember when I beat this for the first time, I was like, wow, I beat Spider-Man 2. It's a good game. It just floods with memories. I used to play this all the time, and ever since I got a memory card, it was good all the time. So yeah, Spider-Man 2, swinging like a spider. Alright, so the next game on our list is Harry Potter 2 in the Chamber of Secrets. Now this was one of the games that bundled that I got for Christmas. I think it was in the year 2000. No, I think like 2003, 2004. It was somewhere around there. And I remember when I played this game, I used to have so much fun. And the levels were pretty cool. I love the dialogue that the characters make. It's pretty cool. Learning new spells, playing Quidditch matches, and I really remember taking the broomstick and just flying around Hogwarts like I'm a real wizard and going through the rings and that, just see if I could beat other people's times. And one thing in particular about this game is that I remember I got so far. I don't know exactly what level it was, but my game skipped. I could not progress. So what you think I do? Did I give up? No. I bought another copy. So I think this is my good one. But I remember when I played this game and I beat it, I was so relieved. I was like, oh, thank you. I finally beat it. But yeah, so if you're a Harry Potter fan and you have PlayStation 2, pick this game up. You will not regret it. So this game is another game I played as a kid, and hopefully I'll play it again soon. But it's Lord of the Rings: The Return of the King. One thing I liked about this game is that besides the single player, they had multiplayer, so you can play. For me, I was able to play with 2 players. I think you can only have 2 players. I might be wrong. But me and my sister would play this game all the time. And I remember one level with the trolls, and you had to defend the castle to like open the gate to get in. So me and my sister, we would just keep killing orcs left and right, using our special abilities, and it's a fun game. And just like Harry Potter, I got to maybe the second to the last stage on the top tier, and it froze. No way, I take that back. Is when you're playing it as Gandalf, and you gotta stop the orcs from invading the fortresses. I remember that while killing the orcs, you had to kick down the ladders, and I remember that was so easy. And then for some reason, I just kept dying. I kept getting annihilated. I kept getting the game over screen, and I didn't even understand why. I never understood why. And then it turns out I was supposed to attack the giant orcs that had like those pillars, and you had to keep hitting them till they fell down. And then I realized I was gonna get far. I think I had a good feeling I was gonna beat the game. But then at the last moment, you gotta retreat to the bottom area of the game, and my game would just pause. It would just keep pausing rapidly. That's when I realized that I was not gonna get far. So you know what I did? Just like Harry Potter, I bought another copy, and it's just a fun game. I really recommend this for any fantasy fan or Lord of the Rings fan. It is great. Pick it up today. Now the last 3 are first-person shooters, just like European Assault, but these are so many memories. I'm ready to unlock them. Okay, so the next game I played all the time as a kid, and it is Medal of Honor Frontline. Just like European Assault, I used to play this every morning before school. And at the time, I didn't really have a memory card, so I played maybe the first 3 levels, and then getting towards the submarine level, and then I would just quit after that because I realized that by the time I got there, it was already time to go to school. That's how good of a player I was. But the thing I like about this is that all the historical areas you go to Normandy Beach, you go to the Operation Market Gardens, you go to Holland, you go to actual Germany, and it's pretty cool. And the thing is, I can't believe I'm saying this, but just like those other 2 games, I had to buy another copy. I think the mission was called Derailed, and every time I got to Derailed, the game would just stop right then and there. I guess you can say at the time I didn't take care of my games, so yeah, that's pretty much why. But I love the weapons, like the Thompson, the M1 Garand, all the other weapons you could think of. And probably my favorite level is probably the first level, and if not, probably the first level in Operation Market Gardens. But yeah, and it felt good when I beat this game, because I was like, that's another game that I just completed. Now I can live my life, you know, so I don't have to worry about haunting me. But yeah, Medal of Honor Frontline. So we're getting to the bottom 2, and this is my first ever mature game, and it's called Viet Cong Purple Haze, rated M for mature. You can tell that this had a bad shelf life. I remember going to the coast one day, and I remember seeing this game, and I had to pick between Viet Cong Purple Haze and I think it was Raw vs. SmackDown 2005. It was somewhere around there. I picked this game because I love war games, I love history, so I was like, you know what? Let's do it. Let's do this one. And since it was my first ever mature game, I'll never forget we were in our hotel room and I was playing it. And I remember doing the tutorials, and the sergeant just said the F word. My mom was like, oh my gosh, did he really just say the F word? And he just kept going on. I'm like, oh my gosh, how do I cut this off? But Vietnam is one of my favorite wars. So Viet Cong Purple Haze was one of the best games. Was the best option to play the game. One thing I like about it is I think it's called a free fight or something like that, where you go by yourself or with a medic or with your team, and you just start eliminating enemies. And the levels are pretty good. I remember I got stuck on one level that was really dark, and it was because of my TV. It was so dark I couldn't even see it. But and this game is actually one of those games that froze again. But what I had to do was, at the time I had the Slim, so all I had to do was turn the disc around, push it down, and it would play. But this is pretty cool. I love the weapons, M16, and the pistols, and the AK-47, the Thompson, the M60. They are all fun. So I recommend giving this game a try. All right, Cheesepuffs, we made it to the final game. I mentioned this in my Medal of Honor memories, and here it is, the one and only Medal of Honor Rising Sun. I played this game all the time as a kid, even in elementary school. I remember doing the first level, Pearl Harbor, the Fall of the Philippines, Guadalcanal, all those games, all those levels you could think of. It was pretty sweet, and I love the weapons. I love the Thompson. I think the M1 Grid is in there. I haven't played it for a while, but this was a great game, and this was such a good game that I remember writing stories about Pearl Harbor and just writing like stories in airplanes and water and do epic battles. You can also do a 2-player campaign, which is pretty cool, or you could do multiplayer. I think you could do it with 2 or 4 people. I have no idea. It's been a while, but yeah, Medal of Honor Frontline. If it's not in your collection, grab it today. It is an awesome game. And well, Cheesepuffs, that is it. That is all the games that I have for y'all guys to look back. I really hope that they brought some memories back, because I know they did, playing it all the time as a kid. And then every time I would look at the cover of the games, it would just bring so much nostalgia. I'd be like, hey, I remember that game. I remember that level. So I really hope it does. I really hope that it does bring a lot of memories. But unfortunately, you know what I gotta do. I gotta end this right here. If you like this video, take this copy of Shrek Super Slam and put it in your PlayStation 2 to hit that like button. Also, share with a friend and make sure to subscribe for more Cheetoriffic content. And speaking of videos, Cheeto will be seeing you guys in the next video. You guys take care, and y'all have a great Cheetoriffic day.